Introduction. Week 2 in Physics 111 has really gotten the ball rolling with all the things we have done, learned, and pondered until now. The work is hard and there are a lot of things to do in just 1 week for this course, and at times the time goes by so fast you don't even know where it's gone when it's passed. We stay busy with our projects, learning journals, technology learning, video captures, etc., that you can easily find something to do every day for class. Of course, with the learning process David has introduced to us, there is no time to waste. Even in this past week in Physics 111, there have been plenty of things to do, learn, and ponder. What I did. Starting off the week strong, last Tuesday we learned extensively how to use the technology we would need for the course, discussed what physics is and the reality of it, and chose the groups we would work with for Project 1. After class, I looked up physics terms we would use in our projects and also discussed the project with team members to prepare more fully for what we were going to do. In class on Thursday, we made project descriptions and presented them to the class. Afterwards, we talked more about technology and were also introduced to motion and physics. Outside of class, some team members and I worked on building our water balloon launcher. I later watched a video about personal expression via the internet and then took an online quiz. The week was full of things to do. What I learned. With the busy week, there was a lot to learn. Tuesday's class brought a lot of learning as we explored the endless possibilities of using computers for our physics projects, and I feel more confident in my abilities because of it. By discussing what physics is, I learned that physics uses a lot of models to represent things that are real, although the models cannot replace reality. After class, I learned what Newton's 3 laws are and how they apply to what we are doing in physics. By the time Thursday's class had ended, I was more solidified in knowing how to use the various Web 2.0 programs available and how we could apply them to our physics learning. After class on Thursday, I learned that written communication has grown and evolved into so many different conduits of personal expression available on the internet. What I want or need to know. By the time we got through doing and learning all sorts of different things, there were definitely some questions that came to my mind. Class on Tuesday led me to question what I could do to be an effective member of our project group, being that there are so many things to do, and I wanted to do my best to be able to help. Outside of class, after Tuesday, I was wondering how we could determine the amount of force needed to send our water balloon flying over the required distance. Thursday's class had me thinking about how I could put 2 tracks of music on my podcast, even though I was using Windows Movie Maker. After Thursday, I wanted to know how we could make our design for the water balloon launcher simpler. Conclusion. This past week in Physics 111, there has been plenty to do, learn, and question. Although we are busy to the point where there isn't really any time to waste, it helps me become a better student. I may complain sometimes to myself that there is too much to do for this class, but I refrain from giving in to these conjectures and tell myself that I just need to have more self-discipline and better time management. As busy as things get, I am grateful for the opportunity to look back and learn. Opposition brings a great deal of adversity, yet it is through that adversity that I learn and everything just makes sense.